What's going on? What's going on? We're back live again, quite late now. Almost, what is it? A quarter to nine, 8:45 here on Halloween. We'll see if anybody is available to join this live stream. Did one of these earlier this week, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Talked to a few people. If no one joins, we will probably, or I will probably, yeah, cut this one short. But if we have stuff to talk about, then yeah, we could stay for maybe a 20 minute. But anyway, I guess I'll begin maybe talking a little bit about marketing. I've been trying to do a little bit more marketing recently, and yeah, marketing is so much more difficult in my opinion than programming. I think programming and building an app and doing that kind of stuff is so much easier. And I guess it's easier because you don't need to. Well, it's easier because I guess you know the outcome, or like once you get to the outcome, like you're in full control of the outcome. Whereas with marketing, it's a little bit more, I would say, out of your control. Like there's a lot you can do, but there's less, there's only so much you can do. And then after that, it's kind of out of your hands. And that is, I see there's two people here now. I was just kind of going on a bit of a rant about marketing compared to programming. So they're gone. Two here, two gone. But yeah, the getting back on, what was I saying? Yeah, the marketing, I guess it is a little bit out of your control. Like you can go and post a bunch of stuff or create like a plan and a funnel of getting people in, but uh, ultimately the messaging and like there's like so many variables within that setup as well, that it is a bit out of your control. What's up and welcome to the three people now. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in this feed here. I was just talking a little bit about marketing versus app development, so I don't know if that is interesting to anyone, but I could go on about that longer. Recently I've been kind of getting into more marketing, or trying to do more marketing, and almost like pausing and balancing it with the app development. But yeah, I wonder what you guys think. If you have any good marketing tips or marketing experience, definitely let me know. I think, yeah, I think marketing is hard because there's so many things you can do, and you don't know what is actually going to work. Where yeah, development, you just make the thing. You get the thing made. If you're trying to, add a certain feature, you just figure out how to add that feature. So it's definitely more straightforward in my opinion. Let's see, we got a comment here. So I agree, feels like marketing is far more difficult than development. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I don't know. I don't. I wonder if anyone disagrees with that. Like, I feel like maybe just everyone thinks that that is the case, especially developers, I guess. But maybe people who are good at marketing and just don't know how to code think that marketing is easier, or at least it's their skill set. It is a skill set for sure. I used to kind of think marketing was like a joke in some cases. Like I didn't really think like it was that difficult, but it's definitely pretty difficult. Now, I don't really think it is something that you need to like go get a degree in. I think there's a lot of like trial and error that you can do, and the trial and error stuff is really how you learn how to do marketing. I mean, of course, there's like big concepts that are probably useful to know, and maybe you can get those in school or reading a few books, but or even just online and searching things online. But yeah, I guess maybe with marketing as well, I think there's a lot of specifics to what you're trying to sell. So um, the tips, I guess, that I would say so far that I've come across are, first off, yeah, like figuring out exactly who you're trying to market to, figure out who the user is, and then next kind of try and figure out where they are, and then try and do something or post something there that resonates with them. but it's, I think, kind of difficult still to do that. It's easier said than done. Yeah, but welcome to the new subscriber, or not subscriber, but viewer, and now we got another. So got a couple of us here now. If you have any questions, definitely drop them in. I was just talking a bit about marketing versus development, but I don't have a real strict plan for this live stream here. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I guess a new thing I'm going to probably try with marketing is maybe do a little bit more blogs, like do a little bit of SEO marketing. And I think this might have kind of like two nice things that will come of it. One is it'll be, of course, like people might be searching Google and then find my app through just SEO. But additionally, I think it'll be nice that I'm thinking of doing kind of like use case based posts. So it'll be like, here's a typical use case, or like if you're if you're this type of person, you can use the app in this way, and maybe do a couple posts like that. And then I think having those posts will help later to be, they're almost like outlines of almost like different markets or different target markets to go after. So it's kind of like it'll be kind of like beneficial both ways. One, it'll be a benefit that possibly SEO stuff comes in from it. But then additionally, it's just having that kind of written down and thought out ideas of like the actual use cases of the app, and the use cases, I guess, for like different types of people will be in itself valuable. So even if there is no SEO benefit, even just writing that stuff out is by itself useful. But yeah, I wonder if anyone watching has any thoughts on marketing ideas, or if they've done anything that's worked for them. Maybe if you've even done SEO stuff or written blogs or anything. I don't really like writing blogs. I feel like writing that style, that format is a little bit more, yeah, I guess it's a little bit more difficult. I think tech blogs are kind of nice to, like, those aren't bad to write because you can just kind of, it's easier to just follow the steps. You're just writing like, add this code here and then open up this file and add this code here. So those kind of blogs I don't mind doing because you can kind of fill those out quickly. But I think writing a blog is challenging because you want it to be interesting. So you want it to, of course, flow, and then, have different, like, keep people's attention while they're reading it, and have it actually have something that's valuable to read. So I think, yeah, tech blogs are easy because you're just showing, like, here's something to do. But I think a blog, like a marketing style blog, or a blog that's like more SEO optimized to ultimately just get people to your product, is harder because you have to come up with an idea that is useful for the sake of the blog, and then like use that usefulness to potentially get them to download your app or get your product or whatever it is. Yeah, but I wonder, yeah, any questions or anything you guys else want to talk about, that go ahead and put it in the comments for sure. But yeah, so this week has been a lot of marketing stuff. I have been doing also some social media stuff, which has been fun, but also a lot of work. Let's see, is there a LP? Sorry, just landed here. I don't know much about where you are. I have a friend who's a PM, and he and the company has been focusing a lot on it. Maybe that's the path. I'm not sure what an LP is. Is there an LP, something partner? Legal partner, maybe? Limited partner? I'm not sure what LP is. PM, I think, is like project manager. Landing page, okay. Landing page. Yeah, for the product I'm currently building, I do have a landing page. And I think there is like a good bit of work that can be done there, especially in the like the copy, like changing the copy on it. I have written one blog, and I wrote it a long time ago. It was almost like partly generated by AI. So it was like almost like an AI generated blog. Then I kind of like reread and rewrote, which that makes writing blogs kind of nice. You can get like a nice outline with AI, and then go and fill it in. But the landing page is really the only page on the site currently, and then yeah, the blog does get some traffic, like because I have the Google Search Console, I think is what it's called, where you can see what Google traffic is sent to your different pages, and it does get a couple keywords and ranks for a couple things, which is pretty cool. It's not a substantial amount, like it's like in the like in the 10 to 15 click a month range, so it's nothing huge, but it's something which is cool. And of course, that's one blog. So it's one blog on a site that's basically one page. So the site itself is not even, it has like no dominance. So of course, Google isn't going to be recommending this stuff heavily. But yeah, I do think the landing page and doing like, I wonder if your friend does like any A/B testing with the landing page and testing that kind of stuff. But yeah, the landing page is definitely very, very, I think, useful and important because you can kind of use all your other marketing to point back to your landing page. So even like in all your, like I have, for example, in this app that I'm building, I have like social media profiles on most of the social media platforms, and then the landing page is linked in the profile. So if someone, for instance, was on the Instagram page and saw an Instagram post that I posted through this account, they go to the profile and they can get to the landing page and then ultimately get to the app. But yeah, I do treat the landing page as the kind of the core piece of it. Although yeah, that probably needs a couple updates and all of that as well. But yeah, landing pages are good as well, even if you haven't deployed the app yet or the product yet. You can, start collecting emails and stuff. And then let's see, yeah, that's mostly what he does. From what I hear, they're developing the landing pages and checking for interest in products they haven't even started developing. Yeah, that's smart. Um, it's definitely smart, and that's kind of like the whole, lean startup or like lean getting your product market fit first and then building it. And it's I mean, it obviously makes sense because if you can get demand and you can validate the idea before even spending time building it, then you obviously know that the idea is a good idea to go ahead and build because you basically validated it at least to some extent. But yeah, it also depends. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're building, and it depends on what your goal is too. Like if your goal is more just to learn, then of course none of that really matters, and you should just build what you want to build. But I think there's also value in having like the prototype or a prototype to show to people or give to people to actually use. But yeah, the sad truth is that most of the time people will develop an app, and I've done this several times, and then you kind of realize you didn't think about a marketing strategy or you didn't do any type of like user research, and you launch the app and then nothing happens because you didn't think of that other half of the process. And I do think it is probably a 50-50 split. Like building it is probably only about 50%, and then doing the marketing is probably about 50%. And then both of those I think have like a design aspect to them. So it's really like a 30-30-30, I would say. Yeah, and the marketing I think is probably my weakest of the thirds. So yeah, I mean, have you RB Software? I'm wondering if you've had any luck with marketing yourself or landing pages yourself. I mean, it sounds like you're saying your friend has been the one doing this, developing it. Is it for projects that you're also involved in, or it's just you just know that they're working on kind of certain things that are related to the landing pages? And yeah, if anyone else has any questions or wants to switch the topic to anything, let me know. Yeah, I pretty much, I guess that's all I have to say about kind of like marketing. I don't know. I don't really know what else to do or what other aspect to go down with that. But yeah, my plan right now, I guess, is to continue making some like social media posts and just scheduling those out. And then yeah, I'm gonna try out hopefully in the near future a couple blogs and then probably doing a couple updates to the landing page and testing those out. Yeah. What else? I think I think there's probably a version of um, there's probably a version or a way to get maybe some some potential like testers from this from I guess from this YouTube channel. Although I'm not exactly sure how to do that yet, so that's something I haven't fully done. I mean, I have talked about the app I'm building on this channel, and I think I probably even made a video talking about it, but yeah, I don't want to make this channel about like getting people to go use the app. But I think there could still be a lot of valuable things to talk about on this channel about the like more baseline marketing and building and all of that stuff that I'm doing for the app. So yeah, I guess it's kind of almost maybe like one of those like build in public things, but let's see. Yeah, same problem actually. Developed a lot of apps and products, but wasn't really a part of the marketing. And then, but I've, I've been trying in a project of mine, and it feels like that it's the biggest wall, at least for me. Yeah, like the marketing for sure. One thing I have started doing in the past couple weeks as well is actually trying to set up just like 15-minute interviews with the potential target audience, which has been actually really insightful, and I've been able to kind of figure out some things about the app uh, that I wasn't either I wasn't planning, or there's certain things I was planning that I'm no longer kind of planning after talking to a couple people, because it doesn't seem like it's something that really many people want. So yeah, it could be a good idea to try that out, to actually just like talk to people that are in the like in the space that you think would want to be the user type of your app. So for mine, I was looking at people that listen to podcasts, because the app I'm building is kind of like it's kind of like an audio player, like an audio communication audio player. So my thinking was maybe I can add some like podcast functionality into this, and then maybe people would want to like listen to their podcast and talk about their podcast on the app that I have. But after talking to some people, it seems like it would be like a very difficult thing to get people to move off Spotify really, or move off Apple Podcast and start using another app for podcasting. And to get people to do that, I think I would need to make some kind of feature that's so valuable that that would like actually be enough for them to move off of it. So yeah, I think that was very insightful and definitely saved me time in building, because honestly, I was considering building like a podcast player, like rebuilding a podcast app essentially, like rebuilding like what exists in podcast apps with like maybe two or three or four extra features. And that seems like it's too much work to potentially not work at all, if that makes sense. So yeah, I found it very useful to be talking to people. Um, and yeah, I guess I'm happy to talk to anyone here if you guys want me to uh, if you want to meet if I seem like someone that could be in your target audience, feel free to message me, and we can set up a time to talk, or we could talk on Discord, and I could give you not even giving the nice thing was like is like talking to people that don't know you, that's like strangers. So they'll give you just like they'll just tell you what they want, or what they experience. So like if you asked me if I wanted to, you know, start tracking my workouts at the gym, I would just say no. That's not something I want. So yeah, so I think that I guess that is maybe another thing to potentially look into in terms of building up marketing. But yeah, I don't know. If there's no other questions, I guess we're already at about 20 minutes, so maybe I'll just sign off here. Because that's about it. Yeah. It's Halloween here. It's actually Halloween currently I'm on the East Coast in the US, so I don't know where you guys are at, but the and I don't yeah, I wonder I feel like everyone celebrates Halloween, right? In the like everywhere in the world. Um but yeah, there's not I don't live in like a neighborhood or anything, so there was no like kind of trick or treating stuff going on. I'm kind of in like a downtown apartment style building. Yeah, so I didn't really do much for Halloween this year. This weekend though, it's possibly on Saturday. I'm supposed to go to some Halloween party, so that should be a good time. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. So hopefully there was like maybe there's a marketing nugget in there that would be useful to someone. But uh, yeah, Brazil, nice. Yeah, Halloween's really not a thing there. Interesting. Yeah, I know Mexico is huge, right? They have the whole thing in Mexico, which I want to get down there one year to do that because I think that would be epic. But yeah, um, Brazil doesn't really do Halloween. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like Argentina is pretty big on Halloween too. Is that correct? Um, I don't know, but yeah, awesome. If as I said, if any of you want to do kind of like I mean, I feel like you generally have a feel for like my interests. So if there's anything, or at least my interest in tech. So if you're doing any type of like SaaS or any startup in that space, definitely feel free to use me as a. We could do like a 10-minute call and you could interview me on like if it would be useful and I could maybe give you some insight that and not just me like any random person could do that interview for you. So yeah, awesome. Well, have a great rest of the day or night or morning, whichever you guys are at, and I'll see you guys in the next one.